Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to the duo Shovels and Rope. I was first introduced to them in one of our Patreon hangouts. Sometimes I hear a sound and I love it and I become a little obsessed and then I want to share it with everyone. So that is what is happening today. We are going to watch a live performance of the song Shank Hill St. Here we go.
Well, buzzing like a locust, vibrating right out of my skin. We're pounding on the butcher's wall. Somebody come and let me in. Well, there's a black-haired woman carrying a rolling pin. Well, butcher man's got a secret, but she knows where he been. Yeah, she knows where he been. And it'll be a long time for the sunshine on Shank Hill Street.
I have to remember this is analysis and analysis. I just want to watch it all the way through. I love the grittiness of this song as a whole. It's so fascinating to me, the way they approach their vocals, because they've got so much texture and they've got that nice edginess in their both of their voices. But they also incorporate these incredible phrases. I mean, the phrasing I think is so smooth and luxurious, which kind of like adds to the grittiness, even though that doesn't, when I say it, it doesn't make sense. But if you think about just the extension and the pull that we hear in their phrasing, I think it just makes this whole thing crackle in the best way. Back to the beginning.
Well, buzzing like a locust, vibrating right out of my skin.
We're getting some tone, like you can sort of distinguish a melodic line, but it's so conversational. And it just feels like perhaps it's a conversation with a lot of inflection right now and less singing, which I really like.
We're pounding on the butcher's wall. Somebody come and let me in. Well, there's a black-haired woman carrying a rolling pin. Well, butcher man's got a secret, but she knows where he been. Yeah, she knows where he been.
When she goes down into that lower register, I love how warm and velvety it is. The two of them, their voices, they blend so beautifully, and yet they're different enough that you can distinguish each of them as they're singing. And they each add their own flair, and it changes in certain parts. Like, she is not always contributing to like the warmth like she is in this particular moment, and likewise he's not always doing what I perceive here as like the dominant texture. So it's just the way they sort of ebb and flow with one another, I think, is beautiful.
And it'll be a long time for the
more time. Anytime I hear something that's like crunchy, I love it. Let me play that harmony again, I guess.
For the sunshine on Shank Hill Street.
I say harmony loosely because I don't know if what their intention was. I love the result. I love the final product. I don't know if she opted to just kind of sing like a hair on the other side of the note. I don't know. I love it. I love it so much.
Sunshine on Shank Hill Street. You see, early in the morning, for the warm wind of the dawn, when she saw a thin man and a shadow make a way across the lawn. There was a rustle, was a razor, then the whisper of a prayer. And in the rhythm of a ballad, like a heartbeat in the air.
They sound so good together. I mean, everything is so tight. There was I'm gonna play it back, some cutoffs that I love because as they were in like higher ranges for both of their voices, it would be easy to, or I think the desire once you are in that part of your voice and you're singing these high notes is just to extend the note as long as you want, but they cut it off so cleanly and it doesn't feel like it's clipped. It just feels super precise.
You see, early in the morning, for the warm wind of the dawn, when she saw a thin man and a shadow make a way across the lawn. There was a rustle, was a razor, then the whisper of a prayer.
It's just the right amount of silence between each note. Oh, my cat woke up. As I was saying, perfect amount of silence between each section and beautiful, precise cutoffs that don't feel abrasive or harsh. They just feel very well controlled.
There was a rustle, was a razor, then the whisper of a prayer. And in the rhythm of a ballad, like a heartbeat in the air. And it'll be a long time for the sunshine on Shank Hill Street. With a handshake like a hammer and a suicide grin. Well, that wooden door creaked open, and that butcher man let me in. Just like that, he let me in.
I promise we're going through that transition without me stopping, but the phrasing again and the variation in not only texture but dynamics and even pronunciation. Like there are moments where it doesn't sound muffled, but like the pronunciation or the delivery of the text feels very contained and very precise and very direct. And then there's other times where it feels so full and wide and maybe even a little shouty. And it's just, there's so much variety throughout this whole piece.
Well, that wooden door creaked open, and that butcher man let me in. Just like that, he let me in. I wasted not a minute, and I was on him like a whale. And for one last minute, she'd feel that heart playing drip, 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 and it'll be a long time while the sun shines on the Shank Hill Street.
Gosh, they're just so good. Back we go. Let me get into that.
I wasted not a minute, and I was on him like a whale.
You knew I was gonna stop for that. I love that little squeak. Just as she released, we got that little squeak sound. She's still saying through the note, but what a cool effect.
And for one last minute, she'd feel that heart playing drip, 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 and it'll be long.
Such a cool effect with the guitar and creating that dripping sound. And then the way they carried through that phrase into the next section, I think it's beautiful.
She'd feel that heart playing drip, 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 and it'll be a long time while the sun shines.
Awesome texture from both of them. And then we get some agility at the end here, which we hadn't heard previously. It's just everything.
Long time while the sun shines on the Shank Hill Street.
Let me get back to this humming. Listen for the vibrato. It's so slight and it's a little wide and it's so alluring. I love it. I love what they do. I love it so much. I think they are such special artists, and together they just make magic. It's just stunning. I'm gonna just repeat myself. I love the grit, I love the groove, I love the textures, and watching them play, watching just the skill and, you know, who they are as artists, I can't get enough. So if you haven't heard them before, hopefully after this, as long as like one person enjoyed this, mission accomplished. Like, I think they're so special, and I hope more people learn about them and enjoy their music. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.